Hey everyone, this is DyanaRozay. Welcome to my channel. I have a quick commentary for you on Mr. Carlos King. He was going through it last night, and it looks like he has some prayer warriors in his corner. I'm going to tell y'all all about it. Also, I have some updates to those accusations Kandi was making. It looks like Carlos wasn't the only person involved. But before we begin, go ahead, hit your like, your subscribe, and your notification bell. And as always, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. So let's get started. So Carlos posted this message to his stories last night. It says, with every elevation is a demonic agitation. You're on track. Don't get distracted. Hashtag raindrop. Then Marie Scott made this post this morning. He said, heavy is the head that wears the crown, but make sure to remember that you're still wearing that bish. Now, this all came after Kandi Burruss's interview went viral, where she accused Carlos King of stealing her group's life story. And even though she was pretty emotional about it in that interview yesterday, this is not the first time Kandi has told this story. Also, Kandi's good friend to this very day, Jermaine Dupri, was heavily involved in this movie. And Jermaine was the person who actually discovered Escape. They were the first girl group signed to his label. He served as the manager, as a producer, and then later on, Kandi's boyfriend. And because members of the group felt a certain way about Kandi's 9-year relationship with the boss, that was what split the group up in the first place. So let me get y'all this updated information. Kandi told this story before in 2017 when it first went down. And I got this audio from Michelle Brown's channel.
And Todd was sitting around one day, meeting with a friend of ours that's a director. And Todd was like, it would be dope. After the New Edition movie came out, Todd was like, it would be dope if you guys had a movie about Escape. And our friend said they're already doing a movie about Escape. We was like, who's doing a movie about Escape? He was like, he told us the network. He's like, I believe they're really doing it. And I was like, huh? So I had my agent to reach out, and sure enough, that network was doing it, but we didn't know who was involved yet. So I called, Tiny. I told her, like, somebody's doing a movie about us. And at the same time, I guess one of my other group members had caught wind of it, so she's calling. And at the time, all of us weren't talking. We all weren't even really speaking. But, our legacy is in jeopardy at that moment because, you feel like, well, how is somebody just going to take my life and make a movie about me without my permission? And I called my attorney, and he's like, yeah, they can do that because you're a public figure. Anybody can make a movie about you. And I'm like, what? Wow. So we ended up all getting on the same page because, I just can't go that. I can't go out like that.
Y'all know Kandi.
Now, in the interview that Kandi did yesterday, and most of you have already heard, she was incredibly emotional. Like, she was choked up, could barely get the words out. And she said, that it really upset her that Carlos King had went behind her back, essentially, to do this unauthorized biopic. But what she didn't say is that the founder of the group, who is Jermaine Dupri, was actually a producing partner on the movie. And this man had a lot of insight into the group. He was their manager. He was Kandi's boyfriend for close to a decade. Now, I understand how she would be upset with Carlos for having producers talk to her mother and say XYZ. But where was the heat for Jermaine Dupri? Because I'm sure he gave a lot of details too. And his signing on suggested that he had your blessing. Now, the movie was titled Who Can I Run To? But it actually never aired. Once news broke that there was a biopic in the making, it triggered the group to get back together again, and now they're making money going on tour, and they have another reality TV series. Anyway, I wish her well. I was just curious on how she forgave Jermaine Dupri. He went behind her back too. In fact, he went behind the entire group's back. But I asked you guys in my video yesterday if Kandi's problem with Carlos was that he was going to beat her to the bag, or if she felt like they were real friends and that he was just disloyal. But those same questions would apply to Jermaine. And also, you guys, one of the things that people seem to like most about Kandi is that she knows how to play with the big boys. A lot of men and women too have said some pretty interesting things about how Kandi does business. And she's always held her head high and never apologized for anything. In fact, she has always said, I know how to get business done. And if you're mad and jealous, be mad and jealous. Because she has no regrets. And there's something to be said about women who can walk in the room and command the same type of respect that a man has. So with everything you guys know about Kandi, does it surprise you that she's given Carlos the axe and Jermaine Dupri a pass? Talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit your notification bell, and I will check you all on the next one.